The sort of emotion around Kevin. It's such a huge game, isn't it?
Maybe it can be positive. Emotions and something special for all of them, they can do it. Yeah. So can be positive.
Yeah. Since the decision was made, Pep, about Kevin, has your relationship with him been affected at all? Have you been happy with the way he's been and the way he's played?
Yeah, I'm happy with the way he's playing. When the relation is completely the same.
In the summer, how difficult is it going to be to replace him? To replace Kevin when you...
There are players that is really, really, really difficult to replace. Really, really difficult for many, many reasons. Yeah, we know that. But the season we have done is the season we have done, and we cannot deny it. And of course, we have to move forward.
Pep, you've obviously worked with some brilliant passers of the ball across the clubs you've been at, but have you ever played with or managed someone who can pass it quite like Kevin?
It's difficult to find. It's one of the best three I ever seen. Yeah, I ever played, I ever deal with. Yeah.
Who are the other two?
One is Messi. And the other two, let me think about it. Okay, put Kevin second.
and I mean, of the passes and the assists, do you have a favourite one or one that always comes to mind?
I said Messi is the best I ever seen because Messi done it in a really, really close to the box, but Kevin is there. So it just through the stats, the goals, the assists that he provide to the team in the final third, the talent. Last game, we get 2 or 3 passes again in front of the one play in front of the keeper. That is unique. It's unique. That's why have been one of the best players that this club has done in whole history. So, and it's a big words because has been a special player.
Ian? Oh, sorry.
Hi, Pep. Jack Grealish's lack of minutes in recent weeks and on Saturday has sort of raised a lot of comment. I think Alan Shearer came out and said he's got to leave for his own good sort of thing in a podcast today. I just wondered, do you understand that kind of sentiment, and is that something you'll discuss with Jack come the end of the season?
No, we didn't talk. I didn't talk with him. I'm saying these kind of things, and when the people don't believe, it belongs to the agents and the club and Chick in this case as well, both sides. So it's going to happen, But of course, he had minutes. They have to come back to play minutes to start to play again. That's for sure.
You understand that as an ex-player yourself, presumably, that players want minutes, don't they?
But not Jack. So there is no one player in my locker room, and I think all the locker rooms in around the world that they are happy or they are not happy, or they put bad faces because players don't play. I never see that. So of course they are unsatisfied, but not just him. So we're satisfied that Maka, Rico, Kovanovic was a little bit injured, and I don't wanna expose that, and all the players are unhappy. So. And they let you know that they are unhappy. So it's happening. So in situations when the team is winning, they have to figure out that everything happened. But they are happy. They are here to play, and they don't play. They are unsatisfied. That is a normal position in all the clubs.
And just to clarify on an earlier question about the penalties, if you get a penalty in these last 2 games, will you have a designated penalty taker, and will you expect the players to stick to that?
Listen. It was a period in I don't know, in the first season, on the second, on the third, I don't know, we missed a lot of penalties. I remember the first game in Europe that Sergio, that it was unbelievable taker. He missed 1 or 2 penalties in one game or something like that. So, and I never was involved. So it's the moment, what you feel in that moment is the confidence, like everything, the body language is everything before you take a free kicks or a corner. Penalties is how, I'm going to deliver this action in the best as possible. This is the key.
Hi, Pep. The players have come under a bit of criticism this season, and the players have come in for a bit of criticism this season with the way the season's gone, and they are keen to show that they are still able to get the results at the highest level.
I didn't understand. Sorry.
Sorry. So
no, so they got the criticism. The
players.
Sorry. Others, who others? People criticize players?
Yeah.
No.
Are these the kind of weeks, this week, that you turn to the players and say, show everyone that you've still got it?
Of course, you have 2 games here. We have 2 games still enough to have the World Cup. But here, don't criticize the players in this country.
No, but as in, from outside, the players have had more criticism this season.
Yeah, because we don't win.
Yeah.
We don't win. This is related to. Do you know how much compliment we had when we won the trebles and quadruples?
Yeah, yeah. But now everyone's talking about the rebuild.
It's related when we don't win.
Some of the new players coming in and the current players here kind of still.
But you have to use. So when you play in a high level, I said many times, if I don't want to get criticized, I have a business. Be journalist or pundit. You get criticism? No, never. No. So
you'd be surprised.
You understand what I mean,
Yeah.
He says, go another. The players are the same. So don't want that. Be photographer. Alexi.
Is it a week when you lean on the players who have that experience of going through these big games again and again?
Yeah, of course. Of course. But sometimes, look Claudio Echeverri. Play good, right? Have 3 or 4 chances every time to run the box was a dangerous situation. Why? He has not passed. His mind is clean. He has not to defend anything, what they have done in the past. Maybe in 2-3 years will be differently. When everybody arrives, you are clean. And after that, you demand more, status. But do have done. But done don't exist. They are done right now. That's why I play good. Because it's positive. For him, it's a gift to be here and try to prove and he can play in the Premier League. Will be able or not? I don't know. We'll be here to help him. Yeah, we try. This is the situation.
Thank you, guys.
Done?
Well done.